Hey guys, sorry for the weird light. It's dusk. I'm outside and I'm chilling. So I want to talk about Jessica Watkins, the January 6th insurrection, and the Oath Keepers. Unfortunately, this is going to be embarrassing for a few groups of people, mine included. Jessica Watkins is a self-proclaimed leader within those groups. She's a January 6th traitor to this country, and she's also a transgender woman. Now, a little history on Miss Watkins. She is a former Army Ranger, Afghanistan veteran, and a volunteer firefighter. She eventually ended up in Woodstock, Ohio, managing a bar called the Jolly Rodger. Now, I'm unclear as to how she became so wrapped up and disillusioned with these groups. I mean, she actually began to identify with the folks that hate us the most. I'm not sure how that happened. Basically, she founded a militia in the area, and that had a lot of overlap with the Oath Keepers in Woodstock, and it's unclear whether or not they knew she was a trans woman. I'm guessing no. I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no. She did personally train recruits for the assault that happened on January 6th at the Capitol. One of her messages went so far as to say that we need to go underground if the coup works. She was totally invested. She knew exactly what she was getting into, and that statement alone spells out exactly what that day was about. She led a group, military stack style, into the Capitol. I'll let you Google that if you don't know what it is. They tried to access the chambers, and the Capitol Police was managed to push them back with the use of some chemicals, thankfully. Now, over the last 2 years, she's been in jail awaiting trial. She was in jail awaiting trial and, moving through trial and all of that. She asked the judge, the trial judge, to extend special circumstances to her incarceration. She wanted to be released and put under home arrest based on her transgender status. Now, that's not something that we would have afforded any of the other traitors from that day. It's not. And I don't know if they actually did it. I don't believe they did. I guarantee that she wouldn't have gotten any kind of consideration like that from the Oath Keepers or anybody in the militia. That's for sure. They probably would have just exterminated her ass. As a trans man, I do find it difficult to find sympathy with Miss Watkins. I can't understand the level of self-hate and self-discrimination that had to be taking place for her to fall into bed with the people who hate us the absolute most, and chance getting her own life ended if they found out. She had the opportunity, had she reached out to anybody, she had the opportunity to be a role model in the community, to be support for somebody else, to, build up the community. And instead, she got into bed with the people who hate us the most. She was sentenced yesterday to 8.5 years in prison, unclear as to whether or not they are going to put her in a men's or a women's prison. I hope for her sake that it is a women's prison. However, precedent is not good for that. So she is probably going to end up in a men's prison. And it is what it is. Unfortunately, until we all have equal rights, that's just the way that's going to shake out. So, yeah. Miss Watkins, the Oath Keeper's dirty little secret, and unfortunately, one of our lost.